Hey, what's up everybody? It's your girl Krissy M and welcome back to my channel, you guys. So right now it's currently 6:30 in the morning and I'm actually prepping and getting ready for work. Today is like a sad day for me because my son is going back to Texas with his father, in which I am a little uneasy about. I'm not really happy about the situation. But let me do a get ready with me, you guys, and we're gonna get a little bit more into what is going on with me and why he has to go with his dad. So before we do that, you guys, if you are not subscribed to my channel and you have not pushed those post notification buttons, I really don't know what you're waiting on. Go ahead, you guys, click that subscribe button and that bell on the side so you are notified when I do upload new videos, because I'm so sure that you are not going to want to miss any tea or any makeup or any fashion that I do or that I bring. So I know normally, you guys, I'm always like super lit in the morning. I mean super lit, like extra happy, excited, and full of energy and really loud, but everybody is sleeping besides my grandmother. So I have to be a little bit more quieter this morning, although I'm in the bathroom. The rooms are kind of still close by. So you guys, today, oh my gosh, it's just so much going on, So today my son, he is going back home, and well, back to Texas where his dad lives. And I legitimately did not want him to go. I don't like some of the things that his dad has been doing, or how he runs his show or his camp, whatever you want to call it. And his dad is newly married, and some of the things that she is doing is just like out of control, very disrespectful, especially when it's not her child. And I'm all for my son being with his dad, you know, etc., but there are certain limits or certain grounds. I'm just like, okay, no, that's not cool. That is not okay. Why are you doing this, and why are you raised the way that? So a little rundown or a background about this situation, about the story. Me and my son's father, we dated for about 5 years. I was really young when I met him, and he was older, in which he lied about his age, as they all do. And so, you know, we started off just like on the phone talking, you know, a lot, and then it got into, you know, meetups, like going out to dinners. He lives in Michigan, which is about 3.5 hours from me, and then I lived here in Ohio. So yeah, he was pretty much a part of my daughter's life, you know, when she was, you know, little younger as a baby and everything. He also had his own daughter that I found out about as well. So he had his own, you know, lifestyle and everything. And so yeah, so we began dating. I started going up there with him more, up to Michigan, traveling with him, me and my daughter, going up there and just really, I mean, his relationship, enjoying life. And ideally, I would have to say, he like tried to buy my love. You know how you guys, like, how men can like buy your love? They know you have a pretty girl and they're not really the best looking. You know, they'll kind of like buy your love, like buy you gifts and do certain things to you. It was like that, but then I kind of grew to actually love and have feelings for him. So, I mean, it got a little bit deeper. But anyways, you guys, so yeah, we dated and everything for a while. I want to say it came down to us just like really not having, like not getting along at all. I mean, getting into a fight, like arguments. There was one situation, you guys, where we were going somewhere. I honestly, it's been so long. We were going somewhere, I don't remember, but he did something to piss me off. And then it led into us an argument, and then he hit me, and that was honestly the last straw, you guys, with that. And so I ended up taking a Greyhound back home, and you know, then I found out I'm pregnant, and to separate myself from him, I just you know, I let him know. We find out together that I'm pregnant, and honestly, I wasn't going to keep my son because I didn't want to have a child by him. I don't want to have to deal with the drama and the stuff that he brings on and, you know, everything. So, he knew I was pregnant. I just stayed away from him during my whole pregnancy. I think that I was much more in denial too, that I knew that it was his son, and so I didn't want to deal with it. I tried to put it off like it was someone else's child for the longest, and then eventually I contacted him, and because I didn't want the drama. I just didn't want the drama with him. I didn't want to deal with him. I just didn't. And so then I ended up having to call him and let him know, like, hey, this is your son. He didn't believe me because he wasn't there for the birth. He wasn't there for anything, honestly. I took care of my child by myself. I was very much independent. I was raised by a mom who was independent. She did everything by herself. So that's the mentality that I have. It's just like, you know, look, you gotta take care of this child by yourself. You know, it's cool, you work, da-da-da-da, get on with life. But I didn't have my father in my life. My father was deadbeat. He didn't do anything. He wasn't there for me. And in the small minimum times that he did come, you know, my father, it was just like, okay, I didn't want to go. But anyways, so I ended up driving down to Michigan. We took the DNA test. By the time my son was about, I think, 6 months by then. I want to say it was 6 months by then. And my son did not want to go to him because he didn't know who he was, you know. So yeah, you guys, so got the papers back. He's the father. I thought that that was going to turn everything around. He's going to be a good father. You know, he's going to be there for my son. No. This is where all the drama starts. Alright guys, so I don't want to outdrown this story, and also I'm rushing to go to work. So, to speed it up a little bit fast forward the story, pretty much he didn't do anything for my son at all whatsoever. And I was left to be a single mom and like really do everything. He came and seen him when he could, but my son wasn't put first in regards, you know, when it came to anything. My son wasn't first, and so with that being said, you know, it was like, what's the point? My son still had my last name. He didn't want to get my son's last name changed over to his because he didn't want to pay child support. He didn't want to be on papers, so he wouldn't sign any of my documents. So there was one situation where I was in California, really busy. I was acting. I was extremely busy, doing a lot of different work, and I allowed my son to go with him because he wanted to take my son. This is during the time where I guess he's on his come up. He's doing really good. He's being successful or whatnot with that, or whatever with his job. And he's like, okay, I want to, you know, have my son and see how it goes for first year or whatnot. And I allowed my son to go because, again, I never had my father in my life. And he has been with him enough. He knows who he is. Not like he's a complete stranger. But I didn't have my father in my life, so, you know, I wanted to open up the doors, the opportunity, if he's going to do the right thing, be a good father, a good parent, and let him, you know, see my son and, you know, be around him. So let my son go, and he needed my son to have his last name, and so I sent over documentation on my end, because I feel like everything that I had done was done here in Ohio, and I feel as if he shouldn't have any right or any, you know, nothing, no say so when it comes to my last name changed over, because that's something that I've been wanting to do for the longest. So you guys, he ended up going and getting his own papers like drawn up, just, you know, to say, oh, he can have his last name, so he wanted to put it on papers, etc., etc. So during that moment in time, again, I was so busy, I was all over the place, and, you know, I'm thinking that, okay, he just wants his last name changed over, that's fine, I'll sign your papers or whatnot and get notarized. We'll come to find out that was not really what it was, but it was more to it. It was more of, you know, we're going to have 50-50 custody. You're still going to have your rights. I'm just going to be, you know, able to have him as well, and et cetera, et cetera. No, it came out to when I talked to my attorney that, he pretty much is the primary, like, caregiver of Caden, and you guys 50-50, but he pretty much has to say so. What? He has a say so about what? Because I did everything. I took care. I birthed him by myself. I took care of him by myself. I've done everything. When I will call and message him and say, hey, can you help me out with Kaden this week? Oh, I can only give you $20. I can only give you $10. Okay, you wasn't man enough to take care of my son when you found out he was yours. Now all of a sudden you have a come up, and now you want to have like a, pretty much a say so in this caregiving stuff. Like, who are you? What makes you think that this is okay? So now it's come down to it, you guys. There's been so many different situations. I'm sending my son down. So fast forward back a little bit. The father of my son, he wanted me to come down there to live with him in Texas and be a family with my son, and I said absolutely not. Because of the history of our relationship, I did not want to, go backwards. I was moving forward. I moved to LA, and, I was doing pretty good in LA, and I didn't want to go backwards. I didn't want to be with him. I was already in my own relationship with my boyfriend, and so I didn't want to be with him. That was an option that I was not going to take. So because of that, he goes and he runs off and gets married to the next chick, and now she's married to him, and my son has to be around her, and she honestly doesn't have any respect for me as his mom, because if she did, she wouldn't be packing his clothes, they don't even pack him proper clothes. They pack him with soiled clothes in a bag and send it to us. They are just two of the most unfit people I've ever met in my entire life. There's been certain situations, with my son where he was at school and he was, I guess, trying to hurt himself, and they had to shut the whole school down. I don't find out anything about my son until I talk to my son. So it's a big issue. He has missed a doctor, so I have to do everything that he's not doing because he's so busy. He has a life, and et cetera, et cetera. I don't think so. When you become a parent, that child comes first. That's your primary. That's just primary for you. It is what it is. But you want to have the responsibility. You need to step up to the plate and do what you need to do. And tell your wife to stay in her lane. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I just went off topic. But I'm just being real.
Alright, you guys, so I'm currently in the car, rushing to work right now because literally it takes me forever to do this freaking makeup. I was just watching the news with my grandmother this morning, you guys, and here back in my hometown, it's just been nothing but crime after crime after crime. And I think it's because of poverty and people not having a lot here. I'm not saying that it's just that bad, people just don't have anything, but a lot of people in certain specific areas, they don't have like a lot. They don't have money. Like everybody's either on welfare, or not everybody, but people are on welfare, or they have to have some type of assistance, to assist them because they cannot afford to live, or they just don't want to work, honestly. And it's really, really sad that people are just like killing and killing and killing. Honestly, I just would not want to live here. Like if I didn't live in California, I would decide to choose to live somewhere else because it's just bad. It's just really bad, and people need to get it together. People need to get their lives right with the Lord. You need to get your life right. Connect with people who you just had some type of hatred towards. Y'all not getting along. Y'all need to get it together, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to answer to the Lord for any of the stuff that's been going on in your life, any negativity, any sins. You're gonna have to answer. When your judgment day comes, you are going to have to answer to the Lord. And what is going to be your response? What are you going to say? So you guys, we're on our way to the airport. You want to say hi to my vlog, Kaden? I know you're sad. He's sad, you guys, because he's about to go back. I'm sad too. I've been sad, and hopefully by next year or this year it'll be a little bit different, where I can have him more for the school, and then his dad can have him for the summertime so that he's with me more, because he does have a sister, and I feel as if they need to be together since they are blood. So yeah, you guys, because if I'm going through like another airline, you can never go through. Yeah, it's only one. Oh, okay. I thought it was just like one. Oh, I thought it was only one. Are you ready, Kaden? Are you ready to come say hi to the vlog? You're not ready? You guys, he was being so mean a few minutes ago. Need to be positive. It's not live, is it? we're on our way, you guys, to take him. Hopefully they got some breakfast that I can grab me real quick because I want some Starbucks and I'm like really, really sleepy. I need some energy in my life.
Yeah, it's good.